So yesterday we had our inspection to see if we qualified for the golden ribbon, and I believe it went pretty well. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got questioned, and I did good. I think I did. It's just it was a lot of questions, and I think it was really intense. And I got questioned in fourth period with my partners, and they're asking us about EKGs and what we learned and all that. And I think our school did amazing on demonstrating how awesome we are. And our color run was also a great success last Friday. And a lot of people had fun and went. And then our JV and varsity softball and baseball team have a game this Friday against Kern Valley. And we would appreciate it if you guys went out and go support them. And we're excited for our prom April 18th. And our sophomores finished their CASI testing. And we hope for the best for them. And May 15th is our senior trip to Universal Studios. We're excited about that. And our students were also excited for the Golden Ribbon, and they asked if they can have another carnival. If that's possible. And then our ASB is also holding elections in April to include the 8th graders coming in and to show them what we do and for the next ASB representative. So I can show them that, and that's how it works.
Thank you. And Tropical Middle Schools.
Second, RHS came to Tropical March 11th to talk to their incoming freshmen about the sports and classes that are available. Next, the soccer teams are going to be playing in their tournaments. This week, we are currently still selling our community discount cards for $10 each. Last, the Tropical band was amazing at their performance and blew the judges away.
Thank you. All right, Student Scholarship Award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Chiara with Gulliver Flores Ventures, representing the CFW Scholarship Foundation. Very pleased to be back here for the 8th year running to be able to present one of your students with a scholarship award. As you know, the CFW Foundation is geared towards students who are determined to succeed. And this particular student, Summer King, is a classic example of someone who has a determination to succeed. She grew up in a family of 10, which makes it hard. But she actually credits growing up in a large family to her success because it said it taught her teamwork and how to get on with other folks and to be able to achieve what you're determined to achieve in life despite other duties and responsibilities you may have. So it was a refreshing attitude to see how what many folks would consider an impediment to being able to get things done, Summer actually credits to the success of being able to achieve things. Summer wants to go on to be a neurologist, and so we're very pleased to support her in those efforts. I'm not sure if Summer is over here today, but we just wanted to leave I'll go ahead and leave the check with Mr. Weinstein. And
Mr. Ernest, can you accept the check on her behalf, please? Mr. Ernest, Vice Principal.
please congratulate us as well.
Could I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Summer King, I've had the privilege
That's
of...
more than one thing.
Thank you, Mr. Starkey. I appreciate it. You're a comedian. But anyways, this is on behalf of Summer King. You know, I called her up. She was so excited about this. And she also won another scholarship that I participated in.
There she is.
Oh, awesome!
Impeccable.
Now we're not listening to
We're just singing your praises. You missed that part.
Okay, Mike.
Well, I was trying to.
Mike,
start.
Mike, you're done.
Oh, okay.
Summer can stay now. Mr. Ernest, Summer, don't go anywhere.
I've applied to 4 different colleges. I won't find out about 3 of them until the end of this month. And I've been accepted to College of Idaho. And I want to study neuroscience and then go to medical school and become a neurologist.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this opportunity. We hope to be back next year to present another scholarship to one of the students.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
They didn't award it.
Inspection.
Inspection. Yeah, you call it an inspection. That's one way of looking at it, because that's kind of what they did. They railed us on questions, and then went into the classrooms to make sure what we said was on the application actually was happening. What a measurement it is, as was told to us, is measurement through the roof. I mean, they saw everything that we said happen, and even more. So what a testament to the entire staff at Rosamond High School. Just incredible. Summer, congratulations. Thank you for showing up at the right moment. I appreciate having made Ernest sit down. That was awesome. So,
It was a win-win.
Yeah, it was a win-win for everybody. Thank you. And with that,
thank you for everybody for coming. I also was at the questioning. And the one thing that I got out of the whole experience is how excited all our teachers are at the high school. They're excited for the students are excited, everybody is like walking on air. And it really showed the people who came to see what we were doing were just amazed at everything that's going on. And it was just, felt so good to be part of it. Next.
This weekend, Friday and Saturday, Mr. Gutierrez and I and Mr. Reeder, we were all down in San Diego for our governance class. And Mr. Gutierrez and I completed our governance. But going around the table, there was all types of, from all throughout the state of California, and they would introduce themselves, tell them about their particular schools. When it got to Mr. Reeder, he said, we're just, because everything was doom and gloom until it got to us, and Mr. Reeder said, we're just the opposite, you know, we're at capacity, we're doing great, we have this, we have that, and people were like, what? You know, so it was remarkable, and the other thing that was remarkable was the fact that in such a short time, I believe we were talking about 2.5 years, that we've been able to accomplish this, and where we're going, and where we came from, and the sky's the limit. But again, it couldn't be done without a great team. And so I'm grateful to belong on this team and to be a part of, which is amazing. But, and Mr. Gutierrez and I completed our governance. So 4 of the 5 board members are, and I was talking to Ms. Caxiola today, Mr. Reeder will be finishing his soon, and we'll all be. And I asked Ms. Caxiola if this is the first time a board has ever been, and yeah, she said we were either the first one or she thought maybe way back in way back in the day. But it's pretty remarkable, you know. And I was reminded by Stephanie, who runs all this, when I started in Morehouse, said, you don't want to know when I started.
It took me 12 years to finish it. So.
You know?
They're like the Van Wilders.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we did it, you know, and it was amazing. And you know, and you go somewhere and it's like anything else. You think you got it bad till you go sit down there and all of a sudden, wow, we're looking pretty doggone good. So it was amazing. But thank you guys for being here, and thank you ladies for things are going, things are happening. That's really neat. And with that, thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome to go to these things and hear people, where are you from, what we heard of you, and we're leading the way in what we're doing here. And we also hosted Tulare schools, right? And to watch them be in amazement at what we're doing was satisfying. And thank you to Harold and his team and the students and everybody that put that on. I know they were very thankful, and the kids were funny, Tulare was funny. No freshmen take these classes, right? No, 5 freshmen. Yeah, we all take college. So they were very amazed. And we're leading the way in so many ways. And like you said, we go to these other places and they're like, we gotta know how to fix this. We need to know how to fix that. And it's nice to be able to say we work hard and have a great district. And everything. Thanks for coming. Other than administrators, we have the whole family. And Gwen, thanks for coming. And that's all I have.
Well, I'll keep this short tonight. Enrollment at Rare Earth is 68, 113 at Abraham Lincoln. And I just want to talk a little bit about a couple weeks ago we had our initial WASC visit. So the first time that Rare Earth and Abraham Lincoln has is in the process of being accredited. So we'll know in a couple of weeks what the outcome is. But we feel it was very positive. We had the WASC member come. The teachers were wonderful. They were very prepared. They were able to articulate what we're doing there with our students. The students were great. We had several students and parents that were able to meet with the visiting member, and it was very positive. And very thankful to Andrea and providing food for the WASC, for all of us, and for Mr. Ernest. And so it was a great experience. It was really short. It's only a one-day visit, and then in the future, then we'll be able to do the full visit, which will be like a four-day visit. As we were doing CASI testing, as you know, for sophomores yesterday and today, and beyond that, we are continuing to do the same thing at our schools. Expectations are higher. Students are doing well. You can walk into the classroom and most kids are on task, and they're getting credits completed. We're having students who have finished, and we're looking forward to having several students that will be graduating this year at both Rare Earth and Abraham Lincoln. Overall, the school culture at Rare Earth has been very good this year. It's been very positive. The students enjoy coming to Rare Earth. They've acknowledged that. They feel safe there. They appreciate the staff. The staff is very helpful. Excellent staff. I can't say enough about the staff. They're wonderful. They're positive, and they have expectations of our students. And I think the students really appreciate the staff we have. I'm very grateful for the staff we have. I think about and one last thing too. Again, I'm very grateful for Heather coming and doing the aggression replacement. We've had a great showing. She says she loves the kids there. And it's been good. It's been good for them. They enjoy going. It's a positive thing for our students. So that's about it.
Well, Mr. Holmes, I understand. There's not that many alternative education programs that are WASC accredited, are there? Would we be one of the first ones?
There are several.
Percentage-wise, if you were to go across the state, percentage-wise is very, very low. So we're not one of the first, but I don't have the exact number, but it's very low. It's probably under 10% of them are actually WASC accredited. But they did get the opportunity. The staff there during the WASC process got the opportunity to go to a couple of Southern California locations that were WASC accredited, so they could get feedback and see what they do with those alternatives. So it did help us to actually find a couple and actually, but it's a very low percentage.
And then the gentleman or the committee that will accredit us, they're coming again?
Well, we'll find out what will happen, and then in the future, I'm not sure when it will be. I don't know if it's 1 to 3 years where you actually do the full visit.
Most likely we'll get a letter in a couple of weeks giving us a 1-year preliminary WASC accreditation, and then in about a year, a full team of 4 come and does a full evaluation. From there, you hope to get a much.
That's an all week.
Yeah, we went there for several days. I mean, we went through it. Many of the board members went through with high school re-up their accreditation. It's very similar.
And like I did have the opportunity to go to Continuation High School and be on a visiting team as a WASC member. So that was a good experience to get the whole, understand how the whole thing works. So definitely a good experience for me. Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Just a couple of items. We want to give a quick thank you to the board, quite frankly, and to our district for the amount of support you've provided for us for the past, I'll say 4 weeks, honestly, with WASC accreditation, with the Tulare, with the Kern County visit, and then also with the validation. It's because of your leadership. We thank you so much. These things can't happen without the leadership at the top, allowing them to happen, giving us the guidance, the direction where you want it to go, and that's all because of you. I've been in many districts before, and thank you for that. And it goes along also with some of these actions that we've had been provided. We can brag that we've got another cycle of college classes coming. We've got two teachers that have been hired, and now they're called professors. Mr. Yu and Mr. Schrader, they're both hired by both Victor Valley and the Navy C for both of those teachers. Some of the classes we're doing right now is History 104, Econ 100. It's opening up. We're having discussions on deaf studies to start the next full cycle of term. We're in discussions with the college to open them up to additional credits, to 11 credits for juniors and seniors. They're excited. It's neat to see that the college presidents are in discussion with Rosemont and how we can best coordinate this vertical collaboration. That's a wonderful thing. We just recently had our most recent school site council, and the main focus on that was parent involvement. We're really focusing on the LCAP with respect to that, because the direction that we're going with, and we're getting a lot of hopes and desires with that, and also to participate at the district level. One of the great things that we received an accolation for trust from the county is they've asked us to now participate in validation of other schools. So tomorrow I'll be heading out, I'll be taking his keys with me, and we're going over to Ridgecrest, the only other school in this region that is open for a golden ribbon. But they've asked us to come and help validate that. Or we'll do the inquisition or the question. Now it's our turn to go look at another school. That's kind of neat to think that they're picking our high school to help validate other high schools. And that was a wonderful thing. So thank you on that. And I want to end with kind of what Ms. Dr. Escobar ended with their validation visit. They were asked by the students, which was neat because it was initiated by the students, well, if your kids were to pick your school where you currently live, and that was Bakersfield, or Lancaster, they thought they were all from Lancaster, or Rosemont High School, where would you choose? And they all said, hands down, Rosemont. We wish we could have our children come here. And that says something right there. So thank you. That's it.
Good evening. Rosemont Elementary's enrollment is currently at 854 students. We grew a little bit more from last month, and our attendance rate is at 94.14. In the following week, we're going to be recognizing our students for the third quarter with honor roll awards assemblies. The kids are excited. We're really excited. They've worked really hard, and we're going to see an increase in the number of students recognized, not only our principal's honor roll, but the superintendent's honor roll, which, as you know, is straight A's across the board. Our PTA sponsored a great family dance. We had over 500 people. Our theme was Under the Stars, and thank goodness it was a nice evening, because with 500 people, we needed to be outside. So they had a lot of fun. They're pressuring the PTA to organize another one. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. Also, next week is our spring book fair. We're running it from March 23rd through the 27th, and we have a parent night scheduled for Wednesday, March 25th. We're going to try to tie in also a literacy night, just to give parents an opportunity to not only buy books, but also have an opportunity to learn how to better read and work with their kids. The students at Rosemont have been very busy these last couple of months. The fifth graders are preparing for their annual physical fitness test, and they came out last year. I challenged them to see who could, post higher numbers. This year they came out and they have challenged me to a push-up contest. So I've got a lot of work to do between now and the end of April. Also, for perfect attendance during the testing window, we have once again invited the Jethawks. So Kaboom will be at Rosemont next Wednesday to help promote perfect attendance, doing their best during the test. And as usual, every student with perfect attendance during our testing window receives a complimentary ticket to a Jethawks game, and the parents get to go as well at a discounted rate. And we get our name put up on the big screen, so the kids are excited to get out there and put our name back on the big screen. Lastly, I'd like to recognize one of our teachers, Donna Cisneros. Every year she chairs and spearheads our Pennies for Patients. Pennies for Patients is a fundraising effort that we put forth where we send money to sponsor or to help pay for a child with leukemia for their treatments. And this year it took us a personal note for us because one of our third grade students was diagnosed with leukemia. So the kids at Rosemont were very excited as we collected $1,647.61. Funny anecdote, we burned out the Coinstar at Albertson, so we had to go to CVS at Lancaster. But we're very proud. We'd like to publicly acknowledge Mrs. Cisneros, who just did a fantastic job and helped us out. And that's what's happening at Rosemont this month.
How was your garden program?
Our garden
How's that
program,
going?
right now we're in the process of getting quotes. What we're envisioning is we're going to build 6 raised flower beds, because what we started thinking about is with the construction, it's probably not a good idea to put the garden in the ground, because we're going to have additional visitors in the next couple of about year and a half. So we're in the process of getting quotes for what's going to cost us for lumber. We're going to be contacting some of our parents to come out and help us build the boxes. And then it's going to be situated in front of our preschool. We have a large patch of sand. So what we're thinking is if we put our beds there and we raise them on 4x4s, when it's time to move to the new school, then we could get someone to lend us or rent a forklift, put them up, and then we could just transport them across and then reestablish over there. So we're moving along slowly, but we're getting it done.
Right now, my student enrollment is 823, and our student attendance for this month is 95%. This month we had NAEP, or National Association of the Educational Progress, come out, and they randomly tested 50 of our 4th graders. The kids were tested in math, language arts, and science. They got to use the new Surface tablets, which is what the state is looking at to use for our kids. The kids did really well. The people said they were really engaged. They really liked how our kids were working. They also said that this program what they came out to do was test the kids to see how well they would do, to determine whether in the future we would get rid of pencils and paper completely, as opposed to just using computers, or if we would go back to using pencil and paper. So that's what they came out to do. But they said our kids did great. Thank you, Rosemont High School, for coming out and performing for us. They came out and performed speeches for our Dr. Seuss Week. Our 4th grade Avid just went to Channel Islands to go check out the campus. They took some of our SPED students, all of our kids and parents. Everybody had positive feedback on everything. But more than anything, our SPED teachers said that it was really great because the kids that went got to actually talk to some of the people that work there and go to school there that have special needs. And so they got to see that they too can go further in education. So that was really good to hear. Our youth ballroom program, 9 of our kids placed. 6 of our kids placed in finals. 1 got 1st place. So we were really happy about that. And lastly, we are really excited. We have a lot of dust coming up at West Park, but everybody's really happy, so we haven't heard any complaints yet. So that's it. Any questions? Have a good night.
Hello. The ED program is continuing to grow. We have successfully sent one of our students back to the Gen Ed Comprehensive Campus, to Rosemont High School. This week he was very excited, doing super well. We also have one student who's going to be graduating this year. She came to us at the beginning of the year very credit deficient. She's been passing all of her classes and making up additional credits as she goes. So she will be graduating this year. And then we have 3 more students that are enrolling at the end of the year, for the following year. We also have had a lot of get-togethers with our students because we are planning changes for our future. And they have a very positive outlook. They're all working very hard to complete this year and looking forward to next year. They're advancing in their levels and points. That is the basic premise of our program. And we are now looking at adding an additional teacher to our program as well because we need to expand. Our students are hoping to go on a field trip before the end of the school year. We had a teacher that was out for a little while, so Heather and I got to substitute in their class. And they were requesting to go on a field trip, and I was very surprised when they asked if they could go to the History and Science Museum. So for our students, I was expecting Magic Mountain or something, so I was really proud of them for making this choice. So we are hoping and looking forward to that if we can make it happen. We're continuing to address and modify behaviors, and students have been very receptive to the program. They are adapting and doing pretty well. Our parents have expressed a lot of gratitude with the program. We have had no expulsions and very minimal suspensions on our campus. I was also going to say thank you to RES, who invited us to their upcoming book fair, so we're very excited about that. And I was also going to state that our extended school year paperwork will be coming out really soon, and we're planning for projects and things for them. And that's about it. Anything for me?
I was thinking that getting on to my advanced age and Holly came? Was it Holly? I've had so many of the King students. That was Holly. Summer. That was Summer. Yeah, that was Summer. But it'll be perfect because I'm sure Summer will be a neurosurgeon just in time for me to need.
I hope you were nice to her.
I'm not nice to any of my students. This is not good.
I've heard that.
I'm like a football coach. I'm going to get as much out of them as I can, somehow. And Mr. Gutierrez, you could ask your children and see what they have to say.
You know, they thought.
And Mr. Stark, you could ask your children. And Mr. Reader could ask your children. And Anna could tell us. Never mind. Obviously, tonight on the agenda is the calendar. I look forward to the board's vote on the calendar. RTA appreciates the committee accepting some of our recommendations. The one comment that I have received back from the staff over the last week since we met last was that the staff would have liked to see the draft that the board's voting on prior to the vote, and district hasn't had the opportunity to distribute that. But, secondly, we had our RTA executive board yesterday, and RTA approved $4,000 in scholarship money this year. That's an increase from $3,000. And so we're going to be awarding graduating seniors with up to $4,000. We divide that amongst the deserving applicants that we get. The application is online.
And can you kind of go through what the requirements and process, kind of what you guys look at? How you kind of determine the award, kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah, I would defer that to our scholarship chairperson, Diane Greenberg, from the high school, mostly. But and you could really look at that if you go online. The scholarship application is posted on the Roseman High School website. So Anna, you need to talk to your seniors and make sure, I know it's been in the bulletin, you need to make sure they're aware of that. We want to have as many applications as possible. What RTA is looking for, obviously, is students who are interested in attending or furthering their education, either at a 2-year or 4-year university. The students must be enrolled full-time to receive their scholarship money. Once the scholarship committee, which, as I said, Mrs. Greenberg is the chairperson of that committee, and she's got 2 or 3 other RTA members at the high school who are part of the committee, they take a look at all of the applications. They look at certainly the students' transcripts, student grades. They look at the community service. There's a place for the students to talk about their different leadership and community service. There is an essay in which we ask that those students write and fill out an essay saying why they feel they're deserving of the RTA scholarship. And the committee takes that information, looks at it, and then awards a number of scholarships to the people that they feel are most deserving. So they're going to take this $4,000 and split it up amongst the students who apply. If we only get one applicant, they're going to have a real nice scholarship. But we're fortunate enough to have usually a number of applicants. The award usually ranges either in $500 or $1,000, depending on, like I say, the number of deserving applicants that we have. The graduating seniors need to apply. The deadline is April 22nd, which is on the form that's posted online. Like I say, it's been in the bulletin at Roseman High School. We want to really encourage the seniors to apply, those looking to further their education, and we look forward to making those awards.
I just have one question about the calendar. I just want to make sure this is, and this kind of segues into AYSO. Last year we did picture night, and lo and behold, it happened to be the third conference. So that was a mess. We had to do how many retakes. But the 15th is, the 15th of October? That's it.
Whatever is on
Okay.
your,
All right.
in your packet. All right, anything else? Thanks for
We're trying to manage the dust problem. There have been a couple of days where the wind picked up, and although they do have a water truck out there and they are spraying continually, you know, there was some dust that kind of went through, mostly by the campus, but we are doing our best, and we actually, in our last meeting with Matt Buchanan of the Arctic, we asked him to convey to the head of the contractors that we would like a little bit better dust control as we move forward. And I saw emails going back and forth about it over the last couple of days, so we're hoping that they continue to really monitor that. We're expecting that during our spring break, which is coming up, I'm sure you guys are excited about, that's about the time when the dirt will be coming back in. So that will obviously be good for the student part, and we will continue to work on dust control for the homeowners. A DSA has approved all our structures that will be the temporary DO office. So that is great, and that is the first step, obviously, to getting our new elementary school built. And that's it for our audience.
Comments from the public?
Anna, as the student representative for Roseman High School, could you explain the golden ribbon that you guys won?
Well, we got evaluated to see if we were one of the top schools in California by the Board of Education, and they chose ours because of all like the programs, all avid programs in the college classes that we've been incorporating, and I'm pretty excited, and I hope we win this one too.
Sure.
That's going to be amazing.
And do they actually give you a ribbon?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to put that along with your golden bell?
Yes, sir. We're excited. Hopefully we get another carnival for it if we win.
Oh, I see. When do you find out?
I believe Mr. Roney's going to find out by next week.
Oh,
yes,
quick.
Hopefully.
Yeah, quick. Well, congratulations to your stool.
Thank you.
Yeah.